Welcome everyone here to our kickoff press conference, and thank you for coming. We're here today to launch our Claim Ames Census 2020 marketing campaign, and we're delighted to have Iowa State University here with us, as well as the Census Bureau, and we always appreciate Iowa State collaborating with us. The U.S. Constitution requires every 10 years that a census of the population be taken. Collected data is used to help determine political representation and how more than $675 billion in federal funds are distributed back to states and communities every year. These funds benefit all of Ames residents by allowing us to offer enhanced services and build infrastructure. For example, last year, the city of Ames received nearly $1 million in federal funds used for local housing programs through the Community Development Block Grant Program. Census postcards will be sent to all Ames residents at their mailing address in March. And once received for the first time, you can go online and complete your census. The data collected is confidential and is required by law, may never be shared with any federal agency, state, or local government. Today, I just want to recognize the many people who have already begun volunteering their time and efforts to assist in our Claims Ames public engagement campaign. I'd like to publicly thank them and recognize those who are present with us this morning. And if you're here, if you would stand up and help, who are volunteers, if you would stand up, be recognized. Come on, come on. Thank you. I think people misunderstand how much time it takes to work behind the scenes, and we thank all of you for helping out. So completing the U.S. Census is safe, easy, and important. And when your census form arrives in the mail, please join me in claiming Ames. So I'm going to turn now over to President Winterstein. We're so pleased that she's here, and offer a few comments as well. So.
It's a pleasure to be here this morning with all of you and to state again how wonderful the partnership is between Iowa State University and the city of Ames. And we are so thankful to be partnering on the census. It really is for the benefit of Iowa State University students, for our faculty and staff, and for the citizens of Ames. So this is an important project, and glad that we can all work on it together. So as we think about what we need to do at Iowa State, we're committed to helping educate our students that they too need to claim Ames. Students living in Ames during the school year are residents of Ames for the census. And sometimes that's a confusing issue, and so we're going to help our students better understand that. We know that a complete and accurate census count benefits both the city of Ames and Iowa State University so that we can access critical federal funds. It's important to Iowa State University for everything from transportation funding for SciRide to public safety. It also helps bring in new businesses to town, like new coffee shops, restaurants, the pharmacy in Campus Town, and other popular spots for students. The census rules are clear. Iowa State University students living in Ames should claim Ames on the census form. And now in 2020, it's easier than ever. For the very first time, you can fill out your census form online. Completing the U.S. Census form is safe, easy, and important. So when your census form arrives, please join me in claiming Ames. Thank you. And now it's my pleasure to introduce John Cook from the U.S. Census Bureau. John.
Good morning. On behalf of the United States Census Bureau Chicago region, my name is John Cook. I am a senior partnership specialist, and I thank you so much for allowing us to join you on this wonderful kickoff this morning. I'm here on behalf of our regional director, Miss Marilyn Sanders, who was on the books to be here, but because of the weather, not many people are getting in and out of Chicago today. So she sends her regrets that she couldn't be here. So I do want to thank Mayor Hala and Dr. Winterstein for partnering with us on this important and truly fundamental act act of democracy. I also want to introduce our team just really quickly, and that's my partner in crime, Senior Partnership Specialist Kelly Campbell, who's been working in the state for now near 3 years, I think, going on. Our Community Partnership Specialist Miyoko Hikiji represent the 10 of us who cover the entire state of Iowa. Our mission in the United States Census Bureau this year in 2020 is to count everyone in this country once, only once, and in the right place. And it is through partnerships just like this one that help us to harness local knowledge and to use trusted voices in the community to get the word of the 2020 census out. And it's right there on the billboard for everybody to see. The census is safe, the census is easy, and the census is important. Now, our job is to count everyone in this country, and that's nearly 330 million people. And as you can imagine, to count that many people, we're going to have to hire a bunch of people. So I want to highlight our recruiting efforts in Iowa, especially those here in Story County. We are looking for field enumerators and other workers to help us make sure that everyone in Story County and everyone in Ames is counted. And I can say happily that our pay rates have recently increased from $15 an hour to $21.50 an hour base pay rate for a census worker here in Story County. If you have any questions about what the job would look like or you would like to apply, we encourage you to go to 2020census.gov/jobs. That's 2020census.gov/jobs. You can also follow us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn for important information. We are all over the place for information about the census and ways that you can apply and make sure that your community is counted. Lastly, on a personal note, I do want to tell you, it was about a year ago that I met with Mayor Hala and his team here in Ames. It was one of the first meetings I took when I got released into the field here in Iowa. And I was struck and moved by their passion and their energy around this project. And you're about to see how that has manifested itself. I have been incredibly impressed by their work in the months that have preceded. And I'm really interested and excited to see what work gets accomplished in the months ahead. And largely thanks to this wonderful woman named Susan Gwiazda. It is our pleasure with the Bureau to partner with you and to help everybody in town in 2020 claim Ames. So thank you very much. And Susan, I give the microphone to you, madam.
As John said, I'm Susan Gwiazda with the City of Ames, and I'm really excited to introduce some of our marketing materials for our Claim Ames 2020 Census Public Outreach campaign. City staff has partnered with Iowa State University and many Ames residents to spread the word that Census 2020 is coming. One of our biggest concerns, as has been identified, is that Iowa State students understand that if they live in Ames, they need to claim Ames when the census forms arrive in March. Already, we've had so many students and student groups step up to help our campaign. We believe that peer-to-peer or student-to-student outreach will be our most effective way of messaging, supported by community and university support. Behind me is one of the several SciRide bus boards you'll start seeing in February. They feature this one features Iowa State University students who have volunteered to help us. Also, we're partnering with Model Farm, the ISU student-run, professionally managed creative services agency, to develop even more outreach based on the Claim Ames theme. In the past month, we've heard from professors, instructors, and students about getting involved in the census. And we're going to be working with ISU Regional Planning Club, as well as ISU Student Government. I want to showcase two of the video promos we've done already that feature Ames residents and Iowa State University students.
I'm Anthony Jones.
My name is Devin Leeson. I'm Rich Higgins.
I'm Vanessa Baker Latimer, Housing Coordinator for the City of Ames.
And I'm a junior in public relations at Iowa State, Ames Fire Chief.
And I'm the Director of Equity with Ames Community School District, and I live in Ames.
I'm from Winterset, Iowa, but I live in Ames.
And I'm claiming Ames in the upcoming 2020 census count.
Because I want Ames to get its fair share of federal funding for public safety.
For education.
For transportation.
To do housing and community development, such as the future site behind me.
When your census postcard arrives in March,
Join me in claiming Ames,
fill out your census form online.
It's important.
It's safe.
and it's easy.
I'm Seba.
I'm Josh.
I'm Rosa, and I'm a student at Iowa State.
I'm Taylor Blair. I'm a senior at Iowa State.
I'm Allie. I'm a student at Iowa State. I'm from Waterloo, but I live in Ames. I'm a student at Iowa State. I'm from Huntley, Illinois, but I live in Ames.
And I'm a student at Iowa State. I'm from Philadelphia, but I live in Ames.
I'm from Wisconsin, but I live in Ames.
I'm from Des Moines, but I live in Ames. I'm claiming Ames in the 2020 census.
I'm claiming Ames in the 2020 census
I'm claiming Ames in the 2020 census. Because I want Ames to get its fair share of federal funding for services that benefit students like me.
for programs that benefit students.
Education,
Transportation.
housing, and public safety.
All Iowa State students who live in Ames are considered Ames residents for the census.
When your postcard arrives in March, join me in claiming Ames. Join me in claiming Ames. Join me in claiming Ames.
Fill out your census form online. It's important.
It's safe.
And it's easy.
So we have several events coming up. I hope that you'll see us in the future throughout the community at our informational table at things like January 20th, when we'll be at the Martin Luther King Day celebration at the Ames Middle School. We'll be at the Eco Chats at the Public Library on Tuesday, January 28th. We'll be at Sustainapalooza at the Great Hall in the Memorial Union and many, many other events. Thanks to everybody who is helping us spread the word about claiming Ames. And if you would like to be part of our campaign, join us in the front foyer where we'll take your picture and maybe you'll be on a bus board. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. And once again, I want to thank the partnership with Iowa State, the Iowa State students. These videos are awesome. They're just short, sweet, to the point. And this will conclude our press conference and news release. And if anyone has any questions, we're happy to answer them. Otherwise, we'll, what's that? See you in the foyer. We'll see you in the foyer. That's right. Please do a video. You too can be famous. All right. Thank you for coming.